Hey guys, welcome back to Legend of Mana with the ever adorable Bun Bun. Now, if you remember in the last episode, we finished the Tower of Lyris, and we met a mysterious lady at the top of the tower, along with Pearl. Pearl. There's not much to say about her other than fairly useless. But we don't have to worry about her for a few episodes, so we'll put her to the side. Now, today, we're going to go explore a lake. You know, it's alright to do all this adventuring and fighting, but every once in a while it's time to take a little relaxation. So we're going to go ahead and get us a good breakfast. Because you always want to start with a good breakfast, guys. You know this. I'm thinking toaster strudels. Yeah, toaster strudels, definitely an A+ thing. But toaster strudels aside, let's head on out. Now, if you remember last episode, I did capture a reptile egg. Now, hopefully all the moving and jiving we did last episodes have actually hatched him. So let's take a look at what we got. And we have a Rattler Boa. Now, you recall these guys from the grotto area. They were the ones who, they grabbed you and they squeezed you a lot. But I'm thinking they're really evil looking. So I'm thinking a good, solid evil name, generic as sin. Let's just go with Damien. Because nobody came up with a good name. And I have a name in plan, but I'm saving it for my dragon. So, there's Damien. We're not going to bring him along because apparently people don't like the idea of Bun Bun being left behind. But we're going to put him outside so he can get some sunlight. Now, when you put them out to graze, they will level up slowly. And that way, you can still bring them along later on. Now, if you pet it, it doesn't have any personality right now. But if you recall, by feeding them fruits or meats, they will develop different personalities and strengths. So you can tell what type of personality your monster has by petting it. Seems like basic pet ownership, actually. But let's not quibble over details. We are heading to Lake Kilma today. Look how pretty that thing is. This is really the first pretty land other than Domino, which isn't really pretty, but it's quaint. But anyways, let's head on into Lake Kilma. And that, guys, that is a walrus. And we have fairies. If you remember, I used to promise you guys mythical creatures. Well, now that I don't, we have fairies. Yay, fairies! Now that I got that out of my system, what be the password? What? Yeah, that's the password. I don't understand it either. They're penguins. I could be a comrade. Comrade? Not Russian, but I think I already had that conversation. They use comrade a lot in this game, I've noticed. Yeah, I love how the penguins move across land. They slide on their bellies. And this is the Gorgon Eye. We'll talk a little bit more about the title a little bit later. But first, we've got things to kill. And here we have two tonpoles. They're just really nice, cute tadpoles trying to be monsters. Not succeeding very well, though. But now we have the Tesla, which may be one of my favorite creatures in this area. If you guys don't get it, Tesla, it electrocutes you. Tesla coil, electricity. Hey. Now, here we have our next new creature, the Shrieknip. It will yell at you a lot, as you see there. It kind of reminds me of the Mandrake from Harry Potter. The little thing when you pull out of its vase, it starts screeching at you. Fairly easy to put down. It can shoot its leaves at you, but its shriek is its deadliest attack. It will confuse you. If you get 2 or 3 of them doing it back to back, it'll ruin your day, guys. As you see, we got some stoned penguins here. And not even in the hippie sense. We got some fish meat. But let's follow the statues, I guess. The statues will kind of lead you in the right direction. But look at that view, guys. Come on. That is gorgeous. And in front of this gorgeous view, we have some new enemies, the spiny cones. They shoot out leaves and twigs and stuff at you, but come on, guys. They look like pine cones. They can't be that dangerous. But they do have funny little hats, which they get points for funny little hats. But we don't get to look at the beautiful view anymore, guys, so let's head on out. Wave goodbye. Goodbye. And here is one of my favorite characters in the game. I'll show you him in 1 second after we get this treasure chest. As you see, one of those stoned penguins is trying to get it. But we got it instead, and that's what's important in the world of RPGs. Now say hello to a turtle. He kind of reminds me... He's just a turtle. Well, actually, the turtle from Kung Fu Panda reminds me of this guy. They're both turtles, or tortoises. Anyways, well, turtle, tortoise, it doesn't matter. He's got a shell, and he walks around with flippers. But we flip him upside down, or he flips him right side up. Just not my day for commentary, apparently. Either way, he got flipped upside down by the pirates, or the walrus and the penguins. But he asked if we could see fairies. We can't. Now, the fairies only show themselves when they don't like the people. As you see, I don't see any fairies running around here. So they must like us. Or not want to kill us. It's a fine line when it comes to fairies. But he does his little spell, and there we go. We can see him now. Now, you can come back to him every time you enter this area. Not the specific area, but Lake Kilma. And you can get the spell reapplied to your eyes, because every time you leave, it cancels out. But you see her talking about the master who can turn things to stone. Now, I don't know how many of you are fluent or regularly versed in mythology, but the Gorgons, hello, quest is called the Gorgon Eye. The Gorgons were a trio of sisters, one of them being fairly famous even to people who don't know about mythology. Her name was Medusa, and if you looked her in the eye, it was bad news bears. You were frozen. Well, petrified if you want to be. But real quick, we have this one guy called the Stinger Bug. Looks like a bee, but really creepily, it has sights. So it's kind of like death with the stinger. Now, I don't know if you caught what the Tonpole just did there. It was adorable. The Tonpole's main attack, other than dying pretty badly, is it will raise up into the air and then shoot forward and then shoot back. It's kind of adorable because the Tonpole really just... It's a cute little monster. It's up there with Bun Bun. But let's move on and go into the next area. And we run into the pirates again. And they're ready to book it. They don't want to get turned into stone anymore. Which, honestly, can you blame them? And he is correct. The correct phrase is petrified. Turned to stone. But now the cool thing is, these guys seem kind of like a oddball characters that suddenly just appear out of nowhere. But they actually have their own little world. Or land, I should say. And we actually get to see their pirate ship. Which, I'm sorry to say, even though I love penguins and walruses, the pirate ship is infinitely cooler than these guys are. These guys are kind of like the pirates that you see in Pirates of the Caribbean. They look like they're badasses, but they're really not. I take that back. Maybe not Pirates of the Caribbean, but like pirates at like kid shows and like Disney World. But there's that music, that little shing. He did it. And I love that sound, the little chirping they make when they're happy. It's really cool. And they want to go avenge their buddies, because, I mean, look, his friend's stoned. Petrified, sorry. But he's not going to have any of that, and he's going to drag him off. Or chase him off in a second. This game is just full of really bad play on words. But we'll see them a little bit later. We won't see him a little later. Now, you will have a branching path here. Just take the bottom one. You'll see where the top one goes to in a few seconds. But we got more fairies here. And tip, they still don't like you. They really don't like anybody. But we'll talk to them all just in case. We'll steal their treasure too. Because you know, that's what humans do. We steal stuff. So here we go. Now, you will recognize the little arrow animal thing at the bottom. That's a demi-human by the name Chobin Hood. Kind of like Robin Hood. Cool thing about some of the demi-humans are, in the later worlds, we can actually bring them along as pseudo-pets. They take up a pet slot, so Bun would have to go away, but you can't take them home. They act like a regular character. When you go to your house inside, they run away. But I believe you have a Mad Mallard, a Chobin Hood, and a few more. But yeah, these guys hate us because we make filthy stuff, like pornography. Now, this is where they'll trick you up here. They make it look like you want to go this way. All the time we've been following the statues. But, remember I told you we would find our way on that upper path? This is it. Now, we have two beholders here, and anybody who's ever played D&D will recognize the name. Maybe not the character. Well, actually, a beholder's just a giant eyeball, so you probably would recognize it. But they can do some eye magic and cast spells and stuff. That's it. They're not too difficult. Moving on. We got a T-Die. Spelled T-E-E, die. It's kind of like the otter of the air. Which I'm okay with. I don't mind having an otter in the sky. Especially if they're like eating stuff on their stomach, you know, with their hands. It's adorable. But if we go this way, we come back out to the stave statue. Yeah, they kind of troll you a little bit here. They're like, follow the statue the whole time. And then don't follow the statue at the very end. So we're going to go ahead and run back real quick. Thankfully, there's only one battle in the middle. And it's all pretty easy. But yeah, as I was saying, we can actually get a Chobin Hood as a pseudo-pet. And they level up just the same as regular characters. So you can continually go back to the land and pick them up. I'll show each of them off when we get to them. But overall, they're kind of just there for fluff. If you like having a character that does stuff, I guess they're useful. But this time, we actually want to head right. Now, you can see one of them tried to escape. That's how they run along, is on their stomach. So one of them was trying to get away. One of them looks like he's dancing. And the rest just kind of look like they're standing around. But head on up this way. And we run into the gray ox. Looks like a bull, doesn't it, with the horns? But not too difficult. They do have a good amount of health. But they lick you. That's one of their attacks, is they lick you. But one more time up north. And here we are. There go the penguins. And here we get a version of the Gorgon's Eye. They've actually been the ones that have been transforming everyone to stone. The Gorgon's Eye is their master. And yeah, fairies, they're not very nice in this game. You know what this means, guys. He's not. He's really not. Can we go home? I want to go home. I don't want to go down there. Oh, God. I really don't. And Bun Bun gave us no choice. You saw that, right, guys? Bun Bun knocked us over. But yeah, the turtle will come with us. Hopefully it doesn't land on our heads. And here we are with everybody. As you remember, the fairy blew the captain in the head with the laser beam, which has petrified him. So we're free to kill this guy without worrying about the fairies. Though, in hindsight, I know this may make me a horrible person, but I'm okay killing the fairies too. Wait, me? I like how he looked at Bun Bun like, really? Bun Bun's like, I'm asleep, dude. I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, they expect us to destroy the monster. Okay. To alleviate any stress or tension about how big you think this guy is, this turtle is overly exaggerating the monster. From where he is now to where I am is about the size of the guy. See, slight difference in size. But I guess he was lying to the penguins to make them be afraid. Now this right here is why I love this turtle. This action right here sealed it for me when I was younger. Yeah, he just threw a petrified walrus into the water. So much awesome in that, it's just beyond comparison. And the penguins are dumb enough to follow after it. Yeah. Now it's our turn to do this. Guess we gotta kill another monster. But unfortunately, there's no way out of this. You can't go left, or right, you can't go up. You can only go forward. And here he is, the true Gorgon's Eye. Not a spell, but the actual monster himself. Now, he has a few attacks. One of his bigger doozy attacks is a petrification ray. As you see Bun Bun using his little star attack, the boss does the same thing, and then it petrifies you. But he also does that. He teleports around. And sometimes when he comes out of his teleportation, he'll do a ray beam across the screen. Pretty easy to dodge. It's a small area effect. That's the trick of fighting these bosses, is knowing where and when their attacks will hit. Because a lot of times, their attacks only deal with a small area of the map. Now, he does have another special where he rises in the air and then sprays it down below. So as long as you're not standing under him when he raises, you're good to go. And as long as you're not Bun Bun, he don't give a crap. He don't care. The Gorgon's Eye also has some regular attacks like that where he faces front and then pierces sideways. And he also has one where he kind of hits you with his big horn on his head. But overall, he is a giant eyeball. So if you can't defeat an eyeball with a big pointy stick, you probably shouldn't be playing RPGs. But for that, we get another treasure chest. And Bun Bun took more of the treasure. I swear, that dude's gonna hit 99 before I hit 20. And you see, the penguins here have made themselves a little ladder. Or made a ladder of themselves. Yep. And because we've killed the Gorgon's Eye, all the other penguins should be back to normal. And all the fairies should be super pissed. But yeah, come on, penguin dudes. This turtle is old and wise, and he saved all your lives. Me and Bun Bun would have been perfectly fine. Punch until stop moving is how me and Bun Bun run our lives. Or I stab. But either way, guys, this has been the Gorgon's Eye. I always wondered as a kid, though, couldn't they kind of like catty corner it? Like he walks up to the last two and then the other ones changed it. Well, maybe not. I don't know. I guess my younger self didn't have any sense of structural design. But that was the Gorgon's Eye. Now, see, in the picture, he looks like a straight pirate. I would be afraid of him if he came aboard my ship with a sword. But that will not be the last time we see these pirates. the captain or his merry penguins. But the next time you guys see us, we are going to go back to the toy junkyard. Because we're going to pick up another workshop, if you will. And you can see we're starting to grow out our world. Soon they'll be all different kinds. Hopefully more pretty ones. Don't hold on to it, though. There's not a lot of pretty worlds in this game. I mean, they're all gorgeously drawn, but most of them are kind of sad. But let's take a look at Mr. Rattler. Hey, Damien. Yeah, he looks like he'd eat Bun Bun. I think I'm going to take Bun Bun with me to bed. The Rattler looks like it would eat Bun Bun for breakfast. Now, I kind of want to show you, but I'm going to hold off on showing any new characters until we run into a specific one. Because she's in there right now, and I don't want to show you her. So, it would kind of spoil surprises later. But trust me, it's a pretty cool surprise. So we'll just let this cactus write on his little notepad, read it, and then I think we're all going to head to bed. Well, maybe not you fine travelers, but me and Bun Bun will be. So here we are, the Gorgon's Eye. Well, technically, stone can't swim, but then again, stone can't be injured by non-moving water. Well, it can, but not within like 10 minutes. But, come on, Bun Bun. Face the camera. Okay. Well, guys, that was the Gorgon's Eye. I hope you enjoyed the travel and a little bit of mythology lesson. Until next time, safe travels.